Hello, this video will teach you how to assemble a text document template using HotDocs. We will launch the assembly of a template from our HotDocs library, which we're looking at right now. If you would like to know more about HotDocs libraries, see the video on starting HotDocs in the library window. Per the instructions in the user video, you should have already made the recommended changes to your HotDocs options to ensure a better user experience. If you have not done so, watch the user video first. Looking at the library, we have shortcut links to templates listed along the left here. You can assemble one template at a time by highlighting a template and clicking the Assemble button from the toolbar. Or you can select more than one template by pressing down on your Control key and then clicking the Assemble button. And what that will do is it will assemble each of these templates consecutively, and so that you go through one interview, complete that, and then the next interview will pop up and you'll complete that, and then the next interview will pop up. And this option, there is a way to automate that process where you can assemble more than one template from one interview assembly, and that's what we call document packages. If you're interested in learning how to automate that process, watch the document packages video. But for the purposes of this training, we're going to be demonstrating just a single template assembly. So as you can see, I'm working from the DocX tutorial templates library. This is included with your installation of HotDocs11. If you accepted the installation defaults, then you will find this library in your HotDocs libraries folder. And we will be assembling the employment agreement. So to launch an assembly of a template, you either highlight the shortcut link for the template you want to assemble and click the Assemble button up on the toolbar, or you can just double click on the template you want to assemble. That's what we're going to do with the employment agreement. So when I double click, I am then presented with a window that allows me to choose the answer file that I want to work with. So the answer file is an XML based file that is that associates the answers that you provide in the interview with the variables that are used on the face of the document template. And so ideally you'll save your answer file and use that same answer file with other templates that use similar variables, so that your answers will flow through from document template to document template. So here we're presented with the prompt to select a new answer file or begin a new answer file, and that's what we're going to do. Alternatively, if you've already created an answer file that maybe you used with a client intake or some other document template, and you have answers in it that would be used on the template that you're currently assembling, then you can click on this answer file icon off to the right of the field, and clicking on that will open up the directory where your answers are stored, and then you can simply select the one you want and bring it in. For the purposes of this assembly, we're going to just stick with the new answer file. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, and this is the interview window. So we've got several tabs across the top. We've got an interview tab, a document preview tab, question summary, and answer summary. And I'll be talking about each of these. But we'll concentrate on the interview tab for right now. So along the left here we have what we call dialogues. They're kind of like pages that over on the right, for each of these dialogues you can see the contents of the dialog, so the fields that the user will need to complete. And so that's your interview outline over here on the left, and over on the right, for each dialog that has focus, you have the fields that you need to complete for that particular dialog. So with employment information, I'm just going to provide an employee name, and then this next variable field is a radio button multiple choice field, so you simply just select the appropriate option for that. And then now these fields, you can tab through the fields. So if I'm in the employee name field and I press my tab key, I can go to the next field, and if I press it again, it will focus on the next button down here. And so I can either press my enter key or click with my mouse on the next button. Okay, then we're into the agreement information dialog, and I'm going to enter a date for the agreement. So now dates, you can enter them with the slashes like so, and then when you tab out of the field, it will present as the American Standard format for a date, so long as you've made that change in your HotDocs options. Alternatively, if you want a different date, you can, or if you want to approach your date field in a different way, you can click on the date icon calendar off to the right, and you can toggle between years or months, and then for the particular changes up here, you get the appropriate calendar down below, and then you can just select a date that you want. So if we select today's date and click OK, you can also get today's date by typing a little t in the date field and tabbing out, and it will put in today's date. Okay, this next field, you'll note that off to the right there's a little light bulb. So as you focus on a field, and you can tell you've got focus by the little kind of dashed lines around one of the options of the multiple choice variable. And so if a variable field has a resource associated with it, you'll see an icon of a light bulb off to the right, and when I click on view resource, you get a pop-up window that gives some context for the variable field, so that the user, you can answer it appropriately. So I'm going to select Stephanie Hansen. Now the next field, it's been developed so that we can leave it blank if we don't know what day the person will sign the document, and or we could put a date in.